In this video, we cover a roll in and a roll out as we touch on a concept known as the rock and go for your West Coast swing. What's up, gang? Brian B.
And Miss Megan.
And we are covering a reasonably basic topic, a roll in, roll out. And then next week, we're gonna cover an advanced version of this concept. So we're gonna have next week several different things. So if you've yet to do this to this point, go ahead and subscribe to the channel so you'll be notified when that video comes out next week. Give us a thumbs up on this video if you like it. But we're gonna cover this roll in, roll out. We're gonna talk about the rock and go concept at the end. And then next week, we're gonna follow up with a champions breakdown that builds off of this. So make sure you subscribe to the channel and you catch that video next week. Here is the roll in, roll out. We're gonna do it from a leader's right to follower's left. If you guys are new, a simple sugar push will connect yourself leader's right to follower's left. We're gonna roll in and we're gonna anchor step away, right? If we do that again, that's version 1, and we're gonna anchor step away. Then we're gonna roll in, roll out, introducing what we call a rock and go. Anchor step. So let's talk about the roll in, roll out first. So concepts to this, it's a basic inside turn. So we walk 1, we prep the follower on 2. So this has to stay away. So Megan is connected rotationally and prepped and prepared for the turn. On 3 and 4, I'm gonna roll this in 3 and 4 and allow Miss Megan to get to her left foot. So let's do this. Let's cover basic footwork first, because I want you guys to understand the concepts. So when we follow up next week with this video, all the basics are down. So quickly, followers footwork for the roll in part, please.
All right, followers, if you know an inside turn, that is what you're doing. We're just gonna stop a little sooner. So we have 1, 2, we're gonna turn for 3 and step forward for 4.
Cool, so leaders, if that's what the followers need to do, my footwork needs to allow for that. So I dance 1, I prep for 2, 3 and 4. I step in alongside of Megan, so my right arm gives her enough space to be on count 4, and then we anchor step away. Now, we're gonna add a roll in, roll out to this, so let's talk about the connection that happens at the end of this, because we're gonna need that to do the next part, and then obviously for next week's 3 different options. So we have 1, 2, 3, and 4. At this point, Miss Megan is, we are done in the connection, so we're connected on this hand. Now, leaders, I am not going to pull this hand back. I'm gonna leave it there as we anchor. And what's the follower do? We anchor which direction?
Away.
So once this hand is set on count 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4, she's wrapped in, she's against my forearm probably a little bit. This hand stays in place and we anchor step away. Leaders, what you can do, and I'll say this cautiously, is give a little English to this arm to allow her to come out. The caveat is don't do this. Don't shove her out, because we see this a lot. This is a no-no, no matter which version of the pattern, where we shove her out in an attempt to lead what's next. So it's subtle, but we have to pay attention and master that connection on 4. That's the first part. 2, 3, and 4, we anchor 5 and 6. Later on, we're gonna use that connection in about 20 seconds, 10 seconds, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We roll her back out using what's called a rock and go. So how does that work? What is a rock and go? Normally, we roll this in 1, 2, 3, and 4. We have an anchor step next. But because I take this hand out and set it down line, put myself back here, correct foot, boom, boom, boom. She's not anchor step, she's come out of that. She's kind of rocked around the corner and headed down line. Then we have a free spin and an anchor step. So let's have Miss Megan talk about what do you feel at the end of that, and I'll talk about how we lead it. What do you feel that tells you to come out of that roll in? So
we get there, we have 1, 2, 3, and 4. The path of the leader's hand is literally pulling around the corner and forward. So that's actually what I am feeling, is I'm feeling to go around and then in a different direction.
Cool. So leaders, that's what we have to do. Again, I'm thinking about where I want the follower to land, and that's where my hand is going. 1, 2, right? There's count 2. I've prepped her. We're connected in the hand. 3 and 4. I've allowed her to get to that. Now I want her to come out, so I take the hand around the corner and down line. Now what I do with my feet is a little less important than you would think. The concept matters. Where the hand goes matters. You might have heard this, lead with your body. So where my body goes matters. It doesn't even so much matter, and I'm gonna do this on the wrong foot just to show you, right? It doesn't matter exactly what goes on with my arms, or let me say, with my feet, rather than where my arm and my body lead the follower, right? So we have 1, prep, checkpoint number 1. Lead her onto that foot, checkpoint number 2. Unwind her, send this down line. My footwork, if it allows for me to, forward is perfect. I triple step to get back in the slot, and we anchor step. That is the basics of a roll and roll out, a little introduction at Rock and Go. Just as a quick preview, next week we're gonna break down this version of the pattern. So make sure you subscribe to the channel so you're notified next Wednesday when that video comes out. Champions Breakdown, really cool pattern. We'll show you this done in the wild in a real live Jack and Jill, and then exactly how we break it down using the base that we just set today with 3 different versions of it on next Wednesday's video. Thanks, gang. Make sure you like and subscribe. Head on over to West Coast Swing Online, and we'll see you next week.